Happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans, but this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was #1 team you wanted to beat.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you've played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times they'll fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Runs through a man. He might have some space. All the way. Touchdown, Gators. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, that play was supposed to go to the outside.
Well, and the defense knew that too. They saw the sweep right away, got to the outside, understood where the ball was trying to go. Listen, if you put those guys in a cage and you set an edge really hard, make that sweep that's designed where everybody's blocking out wide to go back inside, that's a win for the defense.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Using his legs to buy some time. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds onto the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake.
Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Florida!
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
Oh, and he missed it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Under fire. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Throws it back. And here's a fumble way behind
moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Off play action on first down. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Release to the back. That's caught, it's Phillips. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Man, that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him with a bigger body, a guy that he's faster than, but a guy that can now run routes. And you see these running backs, man, they've developed so well in their route running. Nice route, on the same page with this quarterback. They have a nice connection right there.
Guys, let's chat about Georgia. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. This time on target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldogs. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play, you line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Jones to throw. The sure hands, it's Pryor. Oh, what a move to get open. Flying down the right side. Inside the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Phillips. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch down the right side.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Stockton. Finds his man, it's Humphreys. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Dogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Coming out with it, it's Mays. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Going for it all. He gave his receiver a chance, and it pays off. What a tremendous grab.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes.
Caught, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line. And that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Jones wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. Had to settle for the field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback may change this route. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Now he's going to break the pocket. Finds a crease at the 20. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Jones to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. With the catch, it's Pryor. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Finds his man. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Mays. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Still leading by 2 after the miss. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the number 19 team, the Utah Utes. And it's BYU looking to get the job done on the road. Right now, it's early, but they lead this season opener. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them.
There he goes down the right side. He's at the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Jones wants to throw it. He'll pull it down. Knocked down for the tackle.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof. If you get up now, you're dang sure going to feel it later.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. He finds a dead spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He goes right back to the air. Looking for a big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw at Stockton. Looking long. Has it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Stepping to the right. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage.
Makes the catch and he's free. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Bulldogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's caught. He's loose on the left. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly that they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air on second down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got him downfield. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
It'll be third and long. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Got some room to run. The 40, the 30. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And defenses are way less concerned with yards nowadays. It's being great in the red zone, and boy, did they come up big. They create the turnover, return the INT all the way down the field, and set their offense up now with the red zone opportunity.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run inside. It's Frazier. And he's dragged down.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And fired complete. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Georgia! Took it all the way back to the house. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Mays. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Got enough for the 1st. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's going to throw deep right side. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this quarterback now is throwing for almost 450 yards. That is a lot of throws. That's a lot of success just chewing up yards left and right. Have a day, young fella.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Here's a heat, and it's a sack.
And that's the first thing that's really gone right this afternoon. You got a big deficit. You haven't hit the quarterback very often. You need to change that around. Good start of the second half here. Make him feel uncomfortable.
Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Makes a man miss. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. back to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Jones to throw. Fires to the big fella. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
They'll move the tight end. Here's a give the ball. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. Maybe a crease. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes one. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Turns it on down the left side. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher. You're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorites, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.